Shalom, all praise to Yahweh Shemel Shah, double honor to the apostles of GMS. My name is Amna Allah, coming at you another video. I'm not sure that I'm going to actually title this video, but it's going to be along the lines of refraining from speaking, refraining your words. Let's get right to it. Proverbs chapter 17, verse 27. It says, "He that hath knowledge spareth his words." Right. One that hath knowledge is one that spareth their words. When it says spareth your words, spare meaning to what? Meaning to refrain. You're refraining your words. In other words, you're refraining from speaking. So he that hath knowledge spareth his words, meaning one that hath knowledge refrains from speaking. Why is he refraining from speaking? Because he's gathering the knowledge of what's being said to him by someone else's words, which that is what a person with knowledge would do. They would spare their own words and listen to the word that's being spoken unto them. And through those words being spoken unto them, they will gain understanding. So it says, "And the man of understanding is of an excellent spirit." Understanding means like to perceive something. Okay? Which the word perceive means to grasp with the mind. Alright? To perceive the significance of something. To infer something that is being to infer information that's being received. And the word infer means to deduce or conclude from evidence and reasoning rather than from explicit statements. So if a person has understanding, they have the ability to infer to what's being said. In other words, to conclude from evidence and reasoning. So they're drawing a conclusion and they're reasoning with what's being said to them because they have understanding. And understanding is to perceive something. To perceive means to grasp with the mind. They're grasping with their mind the words that's being said unto them because they have knowledge and they spare their words. And they are listening to what's being said. Alright? So it says, "He that hath knowledge spareth his words, and the man of understanding is of an excellent spirit." That word excellent means like outstandingly good. They have an outstanding spirit. Verse 28. Proverbs 17:28. "Even the fool when he holdeth his peace." Right? When a fool holdeth his peace. Meaning even when a fool holdeth his peace, even when a fool isn't talking, is accounted wise. Why? Why even a fool when he holdeth his peace is counted wise? The reason why is because the person is holding their peace, they aren't speaking. So though they aren't speaking, they're counted wise because you assume that because they aren't speaking, that they're actually gathering information. You assume that because they're being quiet, that they're gathering information and what's being said to them. You don't know if they're a fool or not. This person is a fool, but you can't really tell they're a fool or not because they aren't saying anything to show their folly. They aren't saying anything to show their foolishness. So by them keeping their mouth shut, you assume that they listen. And he that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding. He that shutteth his lips is esteemed a man of understanding, meaning he that shutteth his lips is regarded as a man of understanding. Let's go to the book of Proverbs, the 10th chapter. Okay? Proverbs chapter 10, verse 19. Let's see what that says. Proverbs 10:19. "And the multitude of words there wanteth not sin." Okay? Give me 1 second. It says, "In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin." Now let's look at that word wanteth. Let's see what that means. Alright? To stop, cease, desist, forego, cease to be, leave undone. Alright? Rewind. Let me go back. So let me go back. "In the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise." So that word wanteth means to cease or to desist. So in the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, on the multitude of words there ceaseth not sin, or deceased not sin. In other words, if a person is speaking in a multitude of words, and wanteth also means to lack as well. So in the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, or ceaseth not sin, or lacketh not sin. In other words, speaking a lot does not cease from sinning. Therefore, speaking a lot can actually cause sin, because the more you talk, the more a person talks, the more sin becomes unavoidable. Because the more you speak, the more likely you're going to speak something. The more likely you're going to speak something that's wicked. The more likely you're going to speak something that's evil or unrighteous. All right. You ever heard a person talk a lot and they keep running their mouth over and over and over again, and then eventually they say something it makes everybody's head turn like, what you just say? Why? Because of a multitude of words. You okay? In other words, the more you talk, the more likely you are to sin. So you gotta stay around people, away from people that talk so damn much. That's one of the reasons why Scripture tell you in the Apocrypha, it tells you should not accompany many women, man. And the multitude of words, I don't think I quoted that verbatim, but you brothers know where it's at. And the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. Right, but he that refraineth his lips is wise.